Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of Alan Wake 2. We're going to be picking up exactly where we left off, which is just on the inside of this hotel, where what we're going to be doing, I think, is rewriting the story that Alan... Well, rewriting a story around, like, making a murder mystery out of it so that Alan can figure out how to progress or meet up with Thomas Zane again. This game is really weird and a little bit difficult to recap, but we're going to hit our storyboard is the point. Oh, and also, hopefully not right away. Really? Okay. As we're going, special early hello to Grumpy, Patikin, Cozy Plays, and Maxine, all of whom are here in chat. Came in straight away, and we have an echo here. Okay, so we want to get in there so that we can look at the echo. It's very directionally based.
Director? So you were the director of this play?
Yeah, that's me. Our performance of The Cult was cursed from the pre-show ritual on. The Cult is an immersive theatrical experience.
You're gonna have to walk me through what that means.
Immersive theater. A play where the audience can participate, spread across this hotel. The Cult is a legend. The only written copy of the manuscript lost, the play is passed on as oral tradition between theater companies. Each company only performs it once. The play was said to have special power. We were like kids playing with a Ouija board. And when you call for the devil, he will come.
The pre-show ritual. That's it. Set it up. Start from the beginning.
Okay, that might be a brand new plot item. But... So we are in the entrance hall, so this is one of the areas that we can change with our fiction. And hello to Kaz! Kaz, I hope that you're having a great Tuesday. Now, we already did sort of an accidental tour of the first floor as we were getting in here, and I was looking for a save spot at the end of the last episode. So I feel like we're going to try to follow the story here right away. I need to find my next fanny pack or something. I need more inventory space. So let's hit the plot board.
The plot board was empty again. I needed a new draft, back at the beginning, but closer to my goal.
Okay, let's do the pre-show ritual. Preparations were underway for the theater play. Okay, so now, hypothetically, things are different in this specific space that's marked as entrance hall. But Dean's saying that he never had any difficulty with the inventory space. Yeah, for me, I keep running out. Now, another thing, by the way, I need to 100% own this. I am not using the flares and the flare guns and even the health items the way that you are supposed to. And, like, and the flashbangs, I promise you guys, this is not like me, like, fronting, oh, I'm a tough guy, I don't need those. No, I absolutely forget that they even exist. It is irresponsible to not make use of them as often as is necessary, and especially get, like, surrounded by dudes. Toss a flashbang, save all the bullets. It absolutely does not occur to me. Wait, I really need a light. Are you bad? Or how bad are you? Okay, not that bad.
I needed to find the key.
Yeah, for the record, I think that we're meant to go into that elevator back in the entrance hall. Kaz's Tuesday has been good. Wait, hold on.
Layers upon layers. A play about a murder cult, infiltrated by a real murder cult.
Ugh. There we go. A forbidden play brought to life. Everyone is invited to the pre-show ritual in the ballroom. So that's probably a hint, but I want to take this elevator. Sounds like Kaz is really looking forward to dinner. Yes, getting dinner ready. What's on the menu, Kaz? What are you looking for? I had a really good lunch. I had some pasta for lunch. Okay, maybe this was not correct, because we've already been here into this projector room. Part of me absolutely wanted to do this all in one single go, but I figured if we didn't actually start the story until we had a full episode ahead, that I wouldn't get too confused. But I definitely recognized being up in all of this area before. Let's just check through these double doors. No, see, the large red room, this I wasn't in before. Steak, pie, and chips, says Kaz. Also, Patine does have an issue with inventory space in Resident Evil. And in the Resident Evil games, you were absolutely supposed to. Is this down? Oh, my bad. I thought we were going up. Sometimes those texts show an interaction, press A on it. Okay, Patikin, thank you for that reminder, because one of those might have, and it would not be the first time that I didn't know that, or sorry, didn't see that, and then take action on it. So yeah, let's head back up to the entrance hall. I feel like what I've just learned is that it's only going to be on this second floor, or whatever floor this is. Also, Kaz says maybe some parkin, which is black treacle? I never feel like I'm saying that word correctly. And oatcake for pudding. Alright, let me just check this. Make sure if we have to, like... There's no A there.
The ballroom was where the pre-show ritual was held.
Okay, does everybody want to stop getting ready to attack me?
I just want to go home.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was about to say in this reality, we can't get in here, except we can. It's just... They're not really blocked by the chairs, just kind of interfered with by the chairs. So, I feel a little bad that we did get the clue about the ballroom, so it's not that we've done nothing, but I don't necessarily know what's changed.
I didn't have the key.
It's gonna keep telling me that every time I don't have the key. Hello to Xena! Xena, I hope that your Tuesday's going well. You're here right near the beginning. All we've done so far is change reality and enter the fiction in our own minds. You know, standard Alan Wake 2 stuff. Now, I can also go back to the plot board here. And I want to say that this is not our only zone. Boy, it really is just this area. Let me just go in here to make sure there's anything else that I should be doing in this area now that we've changed reality. Because now that I look, this actually is part of the reality space, but no.
I arrived, and I arrived, and I arrived.
Okay, I think we're going to revisit the plot board here. There's one other zone that we can see on the plot board. I hope I don't get shadowed while I'm in here. Final scene, but that's the end of the story. I feel like we have to hit some more places before then. So, preparations are underway for a theater play. Well, I mean, cool. Figure out what happened in the ballroom. I am a little concerned that I don't know where the ballroom is, but we will check our map. Because we did get one last time. Alright, we're just going to clear these. We've listened to all those. Okay, IR here. Here's reception. Coffee. The first floor hallway. And then we've got some rooms. Back there is an echo, which is interesting. I don't quite know how to get to that. Here's room 104 key, which I haven't had a chance to do. Oh, and we do have access to final scene. That's right, because we were walking around last episode, and he was like, oh, a door at the end of the hallway. This seems like where the final climax will take place. Okay, that's the dead wrong way. So we're just going to turn 180 degrees and then go this way. Yeah, Patikin said that they're going to show something about the Lake House DLC, which is the next and possibly final DLC for the Alan Wake 2, like, season pass or whatever they want to call it. How to get there? I bet I have to change reality. Hold on, let me just remove the plot board here. Let's take that out.
The scene here had changed.
Wake. I've written so much.
Okay, so it's mostly just the posters. I'm not sure that I'm done there yet, so I'm gonna actually put this back where it was a second ago. Hello to Jab! Patine saying that he needs to plan when he wants to play both DLCs. I've talked about this in the past. I have a lot of difficulty ever returning to a game for its DLCs. So much so that I'm not sure that I can think of a time when that was the primary motivation. And like I'm an OG Mass Effect 2 person. Like I played Mass Effect 2 when it came out, but still I didn't try to engage with any of the DLCs until I did a complete replay a little bit ahead of the release of Mass Effect 3. I replayed the whole game, and by that time, of course, the expansions were all available, and I discovered what a different experience and what a different pace that game has when it's got all of the story in it. Nice! Jab has resumed playing games. Is there one... I know that you were playing Doom the other day, Jab. Is that your current fancy, or have you found something else that you're interested in? And also, if you're into Doom currently, are you going to be playing that Doom Dark Age game? Okay. So yeah, we're here at Final Scene. I think this is where we're going to get a little bit experimental. I would love to find the room 104 key, which it shows in the map is here-ish. But we looked for it last time and didn't find it. I can't tell you how much I want to shoot one of these vases. Jugs, whatever you call them. Alright, let's position ourselves in Final Scene and pre-show ritual. There's our key. Move these, props to room 225 for later use in the ballroom play. Should I make a note of room 225? Like, are we going to change it for, like, intermission time or something? Please don't. The flashlight definitely helps you. I'm just going to write down room 225, because maybe a little bit later on it'll be like, oh man, if only I could find where all the props are during intermission.
The troop were busy building their own Wicker Man, where they themselves would be sacrificed.
Yeah, and particularly saying that if when he replays this, he'll probably do it in New Game Plus mode for the true ending. That is something that I've heard about this game, that it's got a particularly memorable and intriguing New Game Plus mode. I don't think I'm going to see that personally, but you never know. That's always the issue for me with replaying games. There's so many games I haven't played yet. Jab spent a week playing Shadow Warrior 2, got a jewel, one of the 4 that he needed. I think I'm playing Doom for a couple weeks. Now, like, in Shadow Warrior 2, my memory is that you had basically perfected your build, didn't you? Like, didn't you get, like, all of the best stuff, at least relative to what you wanted? Or did you sort of get it close enough, and now you're back to get a few more percentage points on it? Like, really max it, not min-max. Get it all. Yeah, I tend to bring it up when these... Why is there a dressing mannequin in the bathroom? Like, you would think that the lighting would be... The lighting would be bright, for sure, but it'd also be, like, super unflattering. I guess it would show off what your fashions look like in the, like, hard light of... Just, sorry, phrase. Like, office environment. Okay, so here we go. We're back. I'm just going to do a quick save because I feel like in this game, if you're presented with the opportunity, why would you ever not? Now this is curious. We didn't go up or downstairs, did we? Is this just, is this a clue-like portal to just a different floor? Just walk on the same plane? Where am I now? Yeah, look at that! You basically just go through the bathroom and you can get up to the second floor. Now the question is, why would I want to do that? Like, this is clearly here for a reason. Why would they introduce the ability to get from the first and the second floor without taking the stairs? I have no idea, but let's see what's on the other side of that door, I guess. Pirate Percy's is tempted to do another Alan Wake art piece. Pirate, I am tempted to look at it, because I really like your artwork. Like, Pirate, I hope that you enjoy doing that artwork, because I know that a lot of time and effort goes into it, and it feels insufficient to just say, like, man, that's really impressive. Because, Pirate, it's really impressive. Speaking as somebody who has always wanted to be able to, like, create, I look at people who can, through practice, through talent, through force of will, they get there. Okay, now this seems very relevant. Yeah, basically until these guys become transparent, we're gonna keep the light on or near them. Shit! Okay, so like this, really good time for a flashbang, just saying. Fuck.
The story will go on forever. Make him choke on these words.
Like, so does that just melt their armor? In the first game, it melted them. Really feel like I wasted that. Not actually certain how they got behind me.
Get out of my story.
Oh, right.
You will drown here.
Oh God, he's up to the three hit now.
This isn't it.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind like giving this another spin. Why? Why is this where we go? Normally our death scenes are a lot more grim. Pirate Percy's loves creating art, built their D&D world through writing and art. Also, Patikin saying they made a Resident Evil remake pack on Steam, including the DLC. Maybe I'll get it. It has RE2, 3, and 4. Are they the remake versions, though, Patikin? Because, speaking as somebody who was never that big of a fan of the early Resident Evil games, 2 and 3 remake... Well, sorry. I can really only actually talk to, so this is definitely that. Okay, friend or foe? Well, real or not real, I guess is the better question. Cool, definitely glad to have wasted that. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out in here, actually. Oh, Alan, but don't forget how doors are. Okay. Do we think this guy's... I'm gonna dash out. Maybe he won't get me if he's lurking. Wait, why? Why did he go through a little reload animation? Oh, he was putting batteries in. That's what was happening. Oh, God.
I just want to fight.
Also, Jab is saying that he wants to get all of them up past 280. If I saw it correctly, I might be a bit off on the number. My concern is that I feel like I very much do not have the ammunition for this. That felt good.
The shadows melted away. I was alone. For now.
It's a remake pack. Okay, then that sounds like an excellent value. Well, I mean, I haven't seen it, but the only other thing that I'll say about it is that usually, let's all remember that the Steam Autumn Sale is about like 5 weeks away or so. The date is known, I just don't have it in front of me. I want to say that it's late November, and for people watching the VOD, we're recording this in about mid-October, so 5-6 weeks. Unless you're really jonesing to play it right now, I would hold out for a bit, and I bet that that pack is going to be on a pretty good discount. So we're in this red room. Just want to take a quick look around, see if there's anything to pick up. There is. Yeah, I have heard, like, grumblings about Doom Dark Age, that it's not a Space Marine and stuff. And for me, maybe I just, like, fundamentally don't get it, but what difference does that make? If they put together a new game in a different setting that's not, like, Mars or whatever, but it has, like, the same sort of basic gameplay flow, even as they, like, interact with new environments and different weapons and stuff, is being a Space Marine that important to Doom relative to just being guy that murders the crap out of demons? Jav's gonna wait on it and see. That is also, I think, a wise decision, especially when I feel like the reaction to Doom Eternal was a bit more on the mixed side. I have not played it, so I have no thoughts on it, but I feel like I saw a lot of people that really, really liked it and enjoyed all the traversal mechanics and the larger game that they built, the more that there was to explore. And then there were other people that felt like some of that stuff strayed too far from the simplicity and, like, immediate action stuff that made Doom 2016 so great. And I'm sort of presenting both sides there without putting my hand on the scale, because again, when I play Doom, in Doom Eternal, I'm sure I'll have some thought on those things, but right now I'm like, well, I'm not going to talk based on what I saw of trailers or whatever. So this wants me to go this way. I can try to shoot this with my gun. We have at least one previous occasion where we were supposed to do something marked with an arrow and I had to shoot it, so... Okay, that seemed good. Ammo is precious, so I don't shoot it into balsa wood lightly. And no, come on, there's got to be something in here. There's no way that it had me put a bullet into that board to get into this room and find nothing. I don't understand. I hear a guy outside. I just, let's acknowledge that. Oh, there's like a word of power here. That was sneaky. Words of War. This is my very first one of these. No, it's not. It's my second one. Increases double barrel shotgun damage by 25% when hitting multiple enemies with one shot. Damage dealt by the last bullet in the revolver's chamber. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Restores 15% of max health when landing a direct hit with the flare gun. Flares in the flare guns, flare cartridges, what do you call them? Like, Jab will know. What do you call the round that goes into a flare gun? You've got a hand flare that you hold up in your hand, but what do you call the thing that goes into the flare gun? Whatever it is, those are so rare. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get the gun one. Because at least then, when we're firing that last bullet, we'll get that bonus. I feel like stacking all of the bonuses onto the shotgun, it just means that I get no bonus when I'm not wielding the shotgun. Jab is guessing, or saying that it's just called the flare, maybe? I didn't know if it was called, like, the flare round, the flare charge, flare gun charge. Cartridge. I think the more time you spend on 2016, the less Doom 2016, the less you liked Eternal. Also, Patikin is not buying anything during the autumn sale. Already spent a lot of money recently waiting until the winter sale. That is, I'll say that, I very much look forward to the Steam autumn and winter sale. Despite the fact that it's very uncommon to get something in the winter sale. Usually anything that's in the winter sale was on such a similar discount during the fall sale that if I was interested in it, you know, we already picked it up. But every once in a while, there'll be something that, like, I'll be playing and then my producer, like, she, you know, and you can share games really easily, but sometimes you want to have your own copy and stuff and do your own stuff. That has really fallen away with the Steam family sharing thing. Yeah, definitely do. Now, see, I don't want to reload, because if I shoot one more bullet, then the last one gets that bonus. So, picking up that... What's it called? New ability.
From the other side.
Has sort of modified the way that I intend to play. Oh, look who it is! Oh! So, for anybody that's not in the know, that was Casper Darling. Also played by Matthew Peretta. Okay. I don't want to leave that behind, but we've got to for now. I am fighting an instinct to reload. Yeah, the new Steam sharing thing is a lot better. So previously, we would sort of switch between accounts, profiles, depending on, like, you know, where something was. But now we can just share both of our profiles and they have their own individual save games and stuff. So it's just like a super cool feature. If you guys haven't checked out the Steam family sharing thing, I recommend it. Just know that you've got a limited number of slots, and if you remove somebody from one of those slots, it's got a very long cooldown. I want to say like multiple months before that slot frees itself up. And I feel like that's because they want to stop people from... Well, that does not sound like Ahti. They want to prevent people from, like, brokering those.
I couldn't get in. I was missing something.
Yeah, key. So we're looking for room 209 key. I feel like this leads out of the hotel, and it does not. Oh, you guys, maybe we're close to the ballroom. That looks like a little, like a Mater D stand. Yeah, we found it.
The ballroom would be the stage of a key scene in the play.
Okay, we will change reality in a moment. Probably to the pre-scene. Yeah, as Patikin says, yeah, the only rule on the Steam family sharing thing is that you cannot... I don't know how loud this music is, by the way. You can't play a game that somebody else is currently playing. So, for example, if we wanted to play Baldur's Gate 3 together, we'd have to do either a share play or have a second copy of it. Like replace the word together with, like, at the same time. So if I wanted to play Baldur's Gate 3 and she wanted to play Baldur's Gate 3 on our own save game, she would have to purchase a different copy, but only if we're playing at the same moment. if I'm not playing, she wants to play, then the family sharing works great. So I don't see anything currently in here. I want to maybe just position myself back here so I can see the room. And now we're going to change reality. A place of celebration, but gone dark and twisted. The troupe prepared for their performance, calm before the storm.
The scene had changed.
By a lot. Xena was asking if I played Baldur's Gate. Not yet. Well, so way back in the day. Okay. So thank you again to Patika, because I'm going to check to see if I have to press A on any of these. Rehearsal in room 219, move to room 202. Thursday, October 24th, pre-show ritual and premiere. Is that also in room 202? Remember, hit your marks, keep your masks on, and make it weird. I feel like this was an actual note written to somebody at some point during the production of Alan Wake 2. Okay, but that's what we've got. Investigate room 219 and then room 202. Yeah, if it got moved, maybe there's something that happened in room 219 that we need to check out. What is happening? Oh. But that was a lot of words that end with, it's less necessary to purchase multiple copies of the same game on Steam than it used to be, although there will be some circumstances where it's appropriate. Okay. Weird cult stuff. And otherwise, I don't see anything in here currently. Anything else new? We found the schedule. So yeah, I guess we just leave. Oh, so back in the day, I played Baldur's Gate. And I remember hearing, like, I didn't really hear about Baldur's Gate until after it was out, and then being like, oh, holy crap, I need to pick this up immediately. Okay, room 101. Oh, yeah, you guys, let's go get that flare. I'm going to put away that, so that'll free up a little bit of space. Is there anything else we want to put away? Not really. I could kind of go for some pills, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, I feel like we're good. And I'm just going to reload because I actually pressed the button before I said that. Let's quick save. All right, so we want to... Did I need that map? No. All right, so let's go to room 101. I will say the script rewrites feel a little bit more like time traveling in this one so far, because we're sort of like zooming to whatever the day of the pre-show ritual is. So we found the key to room 101, which I think is a very strong clue of where we want to go. That said, let's see if we can get into 206 up here. I don't know how I'm not supposed to shoot that. Anyway, I picked up Baldur's Gate. I was like, oh man, this game seems really cool. I'm going to have to play it someday. And then set it aside. This is the first Baldur's Gate. 209. Okay, I feel like we're on our way. This game seems really cool. I'm going to have to play it someday. And then didn't touch it for like 3 years. And then when I went in, I played all the way through. And really, really, really liked it. And then Baldur's Gate 2 came out. And if somebody comes along to say, wait a second, Baldur's Gate 2 came out 2 years after Baldur's Gate 1 or something, I don't mean literally 3 years. I mean that I owned the first Baldur's Gate for a really long time before I actually wound up playing it. And then I played it and I really liked it. And it got patched a bunch. Like, here's a specific patch for the original Baldur's Gate. This is how old school I am. I remember that one of the early patches for Baldur's Gate 1 increased the I think it increased the missile speed. So like when you fired an arrow or like loosed a bullet from your sling or whatever, it would, before in the original version, it was like really slow, like comically slow through the air, and people didn't like that very much. I guess it was more true to like turn-based, but whatever. So then they patched it so that it visually moved a lot faster and connected in an appropriate amount of time. I will take this light in a second. For anybody curious, my Baldur's Gate character was a wizard. Straight wizard, no specialization, mostly because I don't think that that was even really a thing in Baldur's Gate, the first one. Or maybe it was, because I have a vague memory of being an evocationist. It was whatever magic school was, like, starts with, like, magic missile. Or is, like, particularly good in the school of magic missile. I think that's evocation.
This is where they gathered before the play. This is where it began.
And then I was so stoked for Baldur's Gate 2. You guys, you have no idea. I read, like, all of the articles, all of the, like, pre-release stuff. Got Baldur's Gate 2, was super excited, and then didn't play it for, like, 9 months. and then I had a really, really, really good time with it. Okay. Where it began, the start of the spiral. The actors played with fire. They opened the door for the real cult. Oh, and how about Asperby?
Another vision. Another idea.
Asperby, I hope that you've had a great Tuesday.
Why set up a play in a hotel? Why this hotel?
Because the rent is cheap? No. The ocean view was perfect for this. It's said to be haunted. Dark stories about murder, death, suicide. Supposedly, an actual cult once performed an unspeakable ritual to summon something in the ballroom. Did we summon the same thing? Tapped into something horrifying? It seemed like it was part of the play, but it wasn't. Does that sound crazy?
You don't want to ask me about crazy, kid.
A haunted hotel. Yes. That's a trope for a reason.
And Asperby, while we're here, I'm going to talk in a circular on this because I don't want to give too much information out on the internet, but Asperby has a trip coming up, and, like, we texted about it, but just so that you can hear it directly, I really hope you have a fantastic time. I hope you have a safe trip. I hope you have a wonderful time visiting friends and family, and just all of the best wishes. Because traveling can be a lot of fun. It can also be very tiring and stressful. God damn it, the lighting in this game looks really good. Okay, so let's change it to haunted. I didn't know if the flashlight might reveal anything there. Well, we've got a new area to explore over there. Yeah, I don't want to leave yet. Asperby also indicated that she might have watched the VOD for the previous episode, and all I can say is, if anybody else was nearby, they might have been extremely confused by what was happening in the game. Real or not real? Very real. Okay, are we doing this? Oh yeah. Okay.
You are in my story.
Asby says it's going to be a busy trip, but also very excited. Yeah, pics, you know, sharing pics on Mia's Discord in particular, that'd be a great place to let people see him. But I don't know that Asperby is going to go any place that's more beautiful than where she lives. If you guys have not seen Asperby's, like, here's what I saw just living in my neighborhood today pictures. Wait, I didn't want to go here. I wanted to go here, which is the same place, but a button press closer. Let's go see if we can find out what that is in 223. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the map indicates that there's something in here. But, like, this is where we found the secret... Is it not? It could be behind this... Again, I don't really want to shoot this with a bullet if I don't have to. Also, it looks like it would be behind me. Okay. Well, man, I don't want to shoot bullets in here. I need my bullets. They're what keeps me sane, removed from the darkness. I don't know what it's telling me is supposedly here. Is it the case in the floor? Let's look really quick. Because it does... Yeah, that doesn't appear to be actionable. Usually it'll bring up like a dot, but sometimes I will miss the dot through the shine of the flashlight. So that's good eyes. I do want to double check, but I'm not seeing it here. And I'm tempted to say that it could be like in a different part of reality, except this isn't one of the scenes that gets reality swapped. Okay, well, we'll color that not accessible for now. That's the rehearsal room. So wait, what... Do I remember what this light is? It's the only light on this floor. I think I'll remember it as soon as I see it. Yeah, I don't feel like there's anything new for me with the light in the wall. And then that goes through to... Wait, where does this go to? This goes to room 202? Yeah, okay. So, again, good to know that the normal space doesn't apply. We might be able to get this hand flare now. I'm pretty sure that I cleared the space for it. Patine saying that it could be a scene change, but this place doesn't have a scene change. Yeah, the rules are challenging for me to keep in mind. Okay, I'm so sorry. I wanted the flare, which is here. Okay, now we've got the flare. And a bunch more besides in the... What's it called? This humming I haven't traced down yet. Because I don't have the key to... Oh, no, I do.
Hey, Alan. How's the memory doing?
Sorry, who are you? Kidding. Good to see you, Tim.
You had me going.
Cozy place you got here.
You know, your disappearance from Bright Falls is still the only thing that folks talk about. Well, that and Deerfest. Is this where you ended up back in 2010?
You know about that?
I am the sheriff of Bright Falls. Or I was.
So Deerfest is still a thing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's bigger than ever. You know, I got zapped here right before it was about to happen.
Funny, me too. Are you related to Sarah Breaker? She was the sheriff of Bright Falls back in 2010.
Yeah, she's my cousin. I had a police sketch made of Door based on my dreams. I sent it around and Sarah recognized the face from an old case file from the 80s. I moved out there to look into it and became sheriff after she left to join the feds.
What was in the case file about Door?
Not a lot of details in it. A local man named Warland Door went missing near Cauldron Lake. Eyewitnesses claim he was struck by a bolt of lightning and just vanished. I never found any official records of a Warland Door living in town or anywhere. Another dead end.
So Warland Door is the David Harewood guy, if I'm Harwood maybe, however it's pronounced. Door went missing in 1988. Age? Has not aged. Longevity? Not human. Alien? Magic? Uncle Frank would have known more, but he is dead. Not his real name. Hidden meaning. Remember, I was at the morgue. I was about to give the evidence to the FBI. Door transported me here to this dream reality. Why? Wait, I haven't been checking to see if I need to press A on any of these. It literally says on the screen, but I don't even see it. What is this place? A dream. Feels like it. Not real. No place, every place, all places, any place. Now New York. Not NYC. A way to other places. Adexis. Is Door the gatekeeper trying to get somewhere everywhere? Door, gate, portal, port, opening, access, window. I'm just now realizing that I've read most of these. Motive, why me? Others know... Others I know, yet they're different. The red-headed woman. Oh, the red-headed woman is, Jesse Faden. The first time that we read that back in, like, episode 1 or something, I was just thinking of, like, the red-headed woman from The Matrix. But, yeah, no, we have now, in fact, met a red-headed woman. Okay, I don't know how that's different from the map that I already had, except I noticed that this map has... Hold on. Okay, so it's not actually a triangle. I wasn't looking at it very carefully. But it is giving specific information about how to get somewhere down there. And it looks like the gateway, the key is up here. Pirate Percy is saying whoever wrote this, and I think he means on the whiteboard in the game, looked like they were in a rush or panicked. Is emotionally distressed for sure, and I feel like Sheriff Breaker here definitely falls into that category. Because he projects a calm exterior, and then as we saw in the Night Springs episode, which I'll sort of talk a little bit around because I know that Patikin hasn't played it yet, I think we can start to see that that's maybe one of the ways that he deals with stress. Okay, but I want to get here. So there's our point of interest. We've got yet another flare. Let me head down here and see if we can find what looks like a word of power and then maybe a... something else. Now, this place does have a scene change. And also a mask.
The cult in the play was called the Cult of the Tree. With their deer masks, they were the backwoods echo of the cult of the words urban horror.
Okay, I'm gonna go on record to say I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to scene change, but let's look. Aha! Words of stuff. Now, this is my first one. Adds 1 charge to Alan's flashlight. Already a big fan of that. Expands Alan's inventory by 1 row. I'm probably a bigger fan of that. Marks all nearby resources and points of interest on Wake's map. I feel like I'd really... The inventory is what keeps me alive. It's what keeps me in ammunition and flares and all the rest. We're going to go Magic Pocket. And now I'm going to go back and get that flare. Getting all of the, like, local places of interest or whatever, that would include other words of power. That's a very tempting upgrade. However, inventory is inventory. And as Patikin said, gots to loot goblin. Okay, so let's save it. Let's do a real save. And while we are, so Asterby and I both got caught up on Vox Machina, the animated Critical Role show. It's really good. I continue to struggle with the fact that I really like Sam Riegel as an actor, and from everything I've seen as a person, and the specific character that he plays, Scanlan Shorthall, I think is his name. it's just so much like dick and poop humor and stuff. Like gets his face in vomit at one point in like one of the episodes. It's just like not really my sense of humor.
It's getting real, all right. I recognize my writer's room on the stage.
Oh. Yeah, good eyes, Alan. Now, that said, I do feel like by season 3, they are setting up some more, like, story for him, for his character.
Nice set you got here. What was the scene in this room?
Well, this is what we call the writer's room. In the play, it's where the devil rewrites reality whilst God is asleep. The devil was our star role. I got a big-time celebrity to play him, and he was method acting the role to perfection. He never broke character, always wore the cult mask. His name was scratched out on the posters.
Mm-hmm. And who was this mystery celebrity? Let me guess. Alan Wake?
I wish I could tell you, but turns out there were masks upon masks. Whoever he really was, shit got weird when he was around. Some of the crew joked that we'd actually hired the devil to play himself.
Mr. Scratch is the devil. He was born to play the role.
I had to agree with Casey on that. I recognized my writer's room on the stage. I almost dreaded the ideas this would conjure up.
What was the nice set you got here? What was the scene in this room?
Well, this is what we call the writer's room. In the play, it's where the devil rewrites reality whilst God is asleep. The devil was our star role. I got a big-time celebrity to play him, and he was method acting the role to perfection. He never broke character, always wore the cult mask. His name was scratched out on the posters.
Mm-hmm. And who was this mystery celebrity? Let me guess. Alan Wake?
I wish I could tell you. But turns out there were masks upon masks. Whoever he really was, shit got weird when he was around. Some of the crew joked that we'd actually hired the devil to play himself.
Mr. Scratch is the devil. He was born to play the role.
I had to agree with Casey on that. This was dark, but the story had to be dark. This is not my writing. This is Scratch mocking me.
Wake. I don't recognize these words. I don't want to be in the story. Lost the plot. Stop using the words. This is my story. Let's round the These words are about
The shadowy gun.
There's no escape. You will never escape. This story is about words. Wake. You're in my skull. Words. Stop using
Sorry, I was muted. Asperby, thank you very much. I don't know how long I was muted for, but mostly what you would have heard is me being frustrated that I died and then trying to just redo the segment and not doing very much better on the second go. So sorry about that. Asperby, thank you for letting me know. Also, Casabella is 5 more minutes until dinner, which I hope it's good. I'm just getting absolutely flattened. You guys, I don't know how to deal with this. So I'm actually going to burn a battery right now because Alan Wake's battery recharge animation is longer than I think it is every single time. I have absolutely no idea what that was.
Your story. Darkness inside. It was never your story. You don't have a clue. Make you choke on these words.
Like that right there. My intent was to
This is my story.
flashlight flash them and then shoot with shotgun. But instead, we wound up in the animation for reloading the battery.
Words. This story will lead you alive.
Okay, just do hold on though.
This is my story. You are lost.
That is too much health and too many bullets to be losing so cavalierly. And yet, if I don't learn to deal with these guys, it's only going to get harder. Like, I have to get better at the combat, better at the dodging, and so forth. Also, what is my current goal? Follow the devil's trail. Is it a trail in blood? I assume so. Oh gosh, how much was I muted for? So I was talking about how I like, again, I really like Sam Riegel, but my hope is that over time they're building up the story of Scanlan Shorthall there to like grow into a better and more fully fleshed character, because just all the scat humor, I don't know, it's a little bit much. But like, I really like all the other characters, and all the voice acting is just above reproach. Not only on the main cast, but like every secondary and tertiary characters they bring in, they're all so good. And Mia recognized Asperby. What was it specifically? Mia recognized like an actor from Thor Ragnarok, based exclusively on her voice in like this, like almost like borderline incidental character. This is not what I meant. So I still don't know what to do with that, and it's not a scene change. I would like to get that. I don't really know how to get into that space, but maybe we can go do it now. Yeah, the Dragonborn lady. Dragonborn lady. Pirate Percy's also said, did you see the campaign or watching the animated series? I have seen a very small amount of Critical Role, the actual live play campaign. I have seen probably the first 5 or 6 or 7 episodes or so, but never to the point. I've only seen episodes that Orion Akaba was still in, and he's in like the first 30-ish or so. I think I remember that. Well, we're definitely going back for that. Yeah, Casabella is having pie and chips. Okay. Everybody get the hell away. I'm gonna open this container, and I've got a shotgun as the key. They do a good job with the paranoia on this, because you just don't know which of these guys is going to be bad. I honestly can't tell if this guy's bad. Okay. Everybody leave me alone. There was nothing in there. Well, I'm going to save it since we're right here. Alright, so we were following the devil's path. I got slightly distracted in that I was thinking, wouldn't it be great to get that? But I still don't know how to get into, like, the main staircase. So, instead... Wait, we should go to the rehearsal room and change it to either devil or haunted or whatever. Is that this turn off? No, next door down. If there was an upgrade to increase Alan Wake's reload speed by like 2.5%, I think I would take it. Anything to make him reload faster. So this is currently haunted. Let's change it to devil. Actually, it looks a little bit cleaner. But yeah, that was to me, that was super impressive when Mia. Oh, hold on, maybe we can seal the light now, or put the light back. I don't know what the light means to me in this room still. I'm not going anywhere with this light in my hand, or not in my hand. Oh, the light is going to the hotel sign outside. Maybe I'm missing it, but I just don't see a reason to have that there. I don't know how I benefit from having that doorway, this passageway specifically, blocked off. Because now there's a door here. So I'm going to leave it like this still. And I guess, theoretically, the word of power could be outside the staircase. It doesn't really feel like it is. But yeah, I feel like the Critical Role series just really nails the pacing and the storytelling and the character arcs. Like, again, I'm not comparing it to the campaign because I haven't seen it, but they seem to do a really good job of giving every character something to do, every character agency in the story, distinct relationships with each other, with the other characters. And it feels, and boy, I might live to eat these words, but it feels like a project that was made separate from Ego. Nobody came into this saying, well, you know, I really want to merchandise my character, and like my character should be the most popular action figure or whatever. They just did a faithful and probably updated retelling of their campaign, and, you know, maybe clean some stuff up a little bit, you know, so that it flowed a little bit better. That's my interpretation of the animated series, just as a very, very casual viewer. So I don't know how to get into there, and I feel like we're gonna follow up to the first floor. Then again, I did kind of lose the Devil's Trail. Okay, so now we're on the first floor again. And we're trying to get to room 66. Is that 666 or 665? That door's locked. We can't get in there. We go back to the entrance hall and change that to Haunted or Devil. I haven't seen it in either of those two other configurations. Alright, so this was pre-show ritual. Let's start with Haunted. Percy says that he believes that was the goal with the animated series. Yeah, and they nailed it. I mean, everybody... It feels like it's a story for all of them. Well, I don't want to use the elevator. Yeah, Haunted is so far not bringing a lot to the investigation for this area. But then again, we weren't, like, encouraged to do this. This was just my curiosity. Just quick save it. Why not?
Wake.
Okay, let's try Devil for this area. I want to see how it changes and what all.
The Devil's path up the staircase was draped in blood.
Oh, bingo. Oh. Because of the topic that seems to come up from time to time, I have to say that I did completely lose track of this season of Big Brother. I simply do not remember any other season of that show that was so difficult to follow in terms of what day it was going to be on, what time it was going to be on. And at first it wasn't even like what day. Like you really had to play a guessing game or like check the guide every single air day to see like what time of day it was going to be. Hold on. God fucking damn it. I can't rotate the camera, like, at all. I really would have wanted to show that to you guys, but no, I just got multi-stabbed. And the reason that I was, because I've mentioned that in the past, is they just kicked that show all over the evening schedule on Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You never knew when it was on. At least I didn't. So we know what we're going to do, and actually part of that is I'm going to first aid. What I wanted to compare it to is, do you guys remember the show V? And I don't mean like the original like 1980s versions. Also, hold on, do I have... I want flashbang grenades. I'm not convinced that I've ever used a flashbang successfully so far, but let's move this over. So a few years ago, yeah, here we go. ABC decided they were going to revive the television series V, which was like this, I believe it was from the 1980s. It was, many people consider it to have been, at least stylistically in certain ways, an inspiration for Independence Day, where these gigantic saucers come and they park themselves over major American cities. But in the television series V, it turns out that they're filled with nice people and they just want to help you. And that was the end of the series, whatever. I'm not going to spoil V for you. What is happening here? Okay, let's change it to Devil. And that's how we get our staircase. Well, a few years ago, probably a bunch of years now that I think about it, maybe more than 10 years ago, they decided they were going to reboot that. And they're going to put it on. It was going to have, like, that dude from Party of Five, and it was going to have the actor from Firefly. I'm really... Morena Baccarin, I think is what her name is. Scott, somebody from Party of Five. And it was like, oh, man.
The devil's path up the staircase was draped in blood.
Like a prestige television big alien invasion story. That's going to be great. I'm definitely looking forward to that. And then they announced the air schedule, which was and remains to this day the craziest fucking thing that I've ever heard, ever, in television. I did not mean to do that. Hi, do we have a gun, Alan? Nope, Alan, it's fine. Okay. The air schedule they set up for V was like you'd have to go, like, I'm sure that you can Wikipedia this. It was like they were gonna, so there's a television series, you guys. They were gonna show like 3 episodes of V, and then like 4 months later they'd have another 2 episodes, and then 6 months after that they were gonna do another 4 episodes. I learned in the years since then that apparently this is like more or less how Columbo was originally aired, and I might be wrong on that. Like, please don't like write at me with like, because Columbo, but I guess Columbo was also like just not created or aired as like a traditional television series, and like they spent a lot of time on each individual episode with the writing and the production and stuff, and that turned out well. But Okay, that was Columbo. That was a different era, a different time, a different relationship with TV. This was when, like, DVRs...
I felt the presence of a new idea here.
Hold on.
Mr. Scratch, if that's who the actor playing the devil was, had stayed in the hotel. Asking around at reception got me a room number. 666. He had requested that room, specifically. The devil had a sense of humor. Or he really didn't. It was funny either way. According to the director, the actor hadn't mingled with the rest of the cast. He had only come out for the play. And always in character.
I just didn't see where Alex Casey was. I feel like if the devil wanted to have a sense of humor, he'd take out room 18, which is 6 times 3. That's a lot more clever than just staying in room 666, which is just absolutely the thing that everybody expects. But yeah, I just... And I remember seeing an interview with, like, some president of production at ABC or something like that, where they called it event television. That what they thought people were going to do is they were, like, going to gather around the water coolers, like, oh man, can you believe, oh man, it's only been like 6 months since the last episode of V. We're finally going to get a chance to watch more V. It's like, guys, people have to give a shit about what V is first before you can expect that level of engagement with it. So apparently in this reality, we don't have a word of power or whatever, but maybe we'll have access to this when we change reality again. Columbo, as I remember, was part of a show that rotated among a few other characters. Like, I know that Columbo was a stable element of Columbo, but was it like in a time slot that they like rotated out different shows? Is that what we're thinking? I only just recently learned this thing about Columbo, but yeah, for like V being like, hey, guess what? Over the course of 6 to 9 years, you'll get the effect of watching one single season of television. It's like, what are you talking about? And like, this show, my understanding is that it flopped and flopped hard. And of course it would, if that's your pre-stated... I did see that room 666 was the other way I wanted to explore. When that's your intended air schedule, you let people know that. I imagine that most people are going to do exactly what we did, which is, well, we'll check up on it when it's got like 6 to 10 episodes to watch. Like, why the hell are we gonna like watch a couple episodes now and then try to remember what's happening half a year from now? And that was a wise choice of action, because rather than spending 2 or 3 hours watching those opening episodes of V, we spent 0 minutes, and then the show got canceled, as it did with everybody, because nobody... Like, I'm not going to say that nobody watched it, and maybe it was great, but that air schedule was just fucking wild. I am not like a Netflix person, like, I want the entire season in front of me right now, and I want to binge all the episodes in a single sitting and like have it all. That's not how I consume entertainment. But at the same time, I don't want the opposite of that, where you only get the full story after investing 4 years.
Scratch had been here. I could sense his presence lingering in the room. I was about to have another killer idea.
Okay, let's talk about the murder victim. The lady who was killed in the climax of the play.
The leading lady. Oh, it was an honor to get to work with her. A grand dame for sure. She went back a long time. Kept insisting she had seen the long-lost original script of the play. She'd been with this mysterious writer, his muse. That was her role in the play. The muse.
She was staying in room 108, where the murder happened.
The set of the final scene, right. The devil comes, an unstoppable force crashing through the hotel through each scene, executed with devastating mastery, and all leading up to him meeting his muse. It turns out he knew her. He'd only joined the play to get to her.
to murder her.
You again.
Hold on.
Shit. Get away!
I'm going to assume that the side doors don't go anywhere.
Get the fuck away from me! I had to reach the light ahead to hide from the dark presence. The dark presence had come for me. Drawn to the story I was writing as it grew darker.
Hello to Azric. Azric, sorry you came in during a really loud moment. Azric, I hope that your Tuesday went well as also. Quick save. Yeah, so depending on what they had planned for the story of V, let me be clear. This need not have been like a standard 22 episode season, or maybe not even a 10 episode season. But I do feel like they needed to come up with, like, you know, probably six episodes at least, and just air them all at once, make the very best show that they could, and then once that was well received by people, the final scene is past room 108. All right, so I need a way out of the room that I'm in currently. Boy, would I love to have that and that, but we're gonna have to... I don't know where I can go now because the dark presence kind of ate my door. Do we want this? Can I get one flare? Is that possible? Yes, okay, there we go. Okay, so we'll keep 2 flares and basically all the bullets that I have. Do these stack past 2? They do, alright. And then, by the way, come back. Like, that's more or less what Invincible did. Invincible set up a really, really good show, ran it all the way through one full season.
The murder victim. The final scene took place in room 108.
And then when it took like 2 years to make season 2, like, they had that time to work with because the audience was on board and they wanted to see more. And even then, they wound up splitting season 2 into 2 different parts, which was not popular, but it got us season 2. And by the way, Jab, I don't know if you were aware of this, or Azric, anybody else that watches Invincible, they did announce that season 3 will not have a mid-season break, the way that season 2 did. Which I am all about. There is currently not a maximum amount of Invincible that I want to see. I don't want to waste a battery charge. I just don't know which one of these guys. So we're back in the entrance hall, and I feel like... Oops. Let's see.
I needed to find the muse, the murder victim.
Yeah, no.
Room 108.
I'm with you. Let's change this to Climax, because we haven't seen this one yet.
You lost the plot.
Am I making up the fact that there was once a word of power here? Hold on, which one was that? Was that pre-show ritual? Or maybe it was haunted.
The scene changed with the story.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm completely making this up. If we don't get what we want here, we'll just set it back to Climax. You stupid idiot. It was up here the whole time. God damn it. Let me set it back to Devil, then. Hold on. Because that's a word of power. That's a permanent upgrade. I really want it. Thought they were talking first quarter of 2025 for the show, but I figured it'd be 4 episodes. As I understand, according to an article from Polygon, they said they're doing the full season this time. Yeah, so allegedly up here there's a word of power. I'd really like to see at what point we arrive on that plane. And also we can shine the flashlight around and try to find. So I'm not trying to like be weird and make anybody dizzy, but we're gonna see if we can find where those swirly words of power are. I will say this, like, at least for season 2, Invincible seemed to have like a real fascination with the idea that they were going to have all of these like high-profile voice acting, like voice stars and stuff. I absolutely don't care about that personally, and just like I'm trying to think of any examples of like special guest voices that they got. It's always nice to hear Michael Dorn in anything, but he was like in season 1. So like right now, right this minute, I can't tell you a single special voice actor that they got for season 2 by name. They still had like a lot of the principal actors who I don't necessarily want to give a lot away. No, you can't get high enough here to see what that is. Darn it. Okay, so this was not time well spent. We'll go back downstairs. What attracts me to Invincible is the quality of the writing and the storytelling and the voice acting of the principal cast that they have. I feel like it's incredibly thoroughly thought out and just really well paced in terms of like having these character building moments and these world building moments, and it just feels like a well realized world. That's what I like about it. If they get like, I don't know, Leonardo DiCaprio to voice a minor character for one episode, I'm not even gonna remember that happened. Alright, so now we go here. Unless we can find some way, like I can get up to that floor, but I just don't know what we're gonna see that we haven't already. Okay, we go this way. Just save all the time. Okay, I'm no longer here. Now I'm up here, so I'm gonna give this one more once around, but I feel like the way into this staircase, and this is the reason that I'm probably just not like making good use of my time here. I bet that there's gonna be some other just like completely random warp zone on the first floor that brings us up here and suddenly we're inside the staircase. Yeah, the only other thing we might look for is that again, so I'm just going to look in that room and then we'll go back down to Eternity City or whatever it's called, the final destination. Hello to Solid Chrome Hickey! Hickey, I hope that your Wednesday has gone well. Am I in the right room? Yeah, this is the room where Asperby was like, hey, is it the case on the floor? But it isn't. And this is not a scene change. Okay. Well, we did our best. We changed reality a couple times. We came back to check. It's still not it. Now, Jab likes to binge television series. Yeah, even when, like, you know, we get a full series on DVD or, like, it is a Netflix series or whatever, I'm usually, like, a 1, maybe 2 episodes a day type of person. I like to let the episodes sit a bit. When we do like recordings of Narrative Sunday, for example, like when we do some of those pre-recorded series, those are like for real, like the behind the scenes scoop is those are absolutely recorded 1 week apart. When we put them out usually in pretty quick order so that people can like watch them whenever they want, but those are absolutely recorded 1 full week apart. Yeah, locked door in room 101. I don't have this key yet, do I? Oh, I do.
I can do this. Yes. The visions I'm seeing from the world beyond this nightmare from home, they sink down to the bottom of this ocean. I catch them. Visions, echoes, big fish. Some are actual events, some are forgotten ideas. No, it's good. No, it will work. The my inspiration, elements from my story to make it more true. Even the parts that aren't true. I must change reality to escape. The writing has to be just right, or else it'll all just wash away.
I don't know what to make of that. Alan Wake's going through some real stuff. Jab says that he's binged 2 7-season shows last month. I would like to see if we can guess what they are, because there's not a lot of 7-season shows out there. My guess would be Game of Thrones and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Those are the, if you say a 7-season television series, those are the first 2 that come to mind. I don't know how many seasons MASH was. Oh, there's an echo back here. I don't know how I didn't get it already, having spent a lot of my life here in this entranceway. So it's behind me, but ahead of me is some sort of container? If it's an ammo container, I will scoop out everything that it has with enthusiasm. I don't... Hold on. Okay, so not even a little bit in this room. There it is. Good guess. He mentioned it here. Jab mentioned it here. I saw that he was playing Doom. He's returned to Shadow Warrior. I have to think about it. While we're thinking about it, the echo. So let me change the scene to... If I was to guess now, it would be the climax. That's the only, like, echo that we wouldn't have seen.
The plot changes shape the world around me.
This is exactly right. I just need to find the dark sphere. It wasn't Band of Brothers. Oh, there it is.
I've had enough of that freaking gumshoe dick asking too many freaking questions. Not letting us proper police take care of it.
This is our chance to make the powers that be happy. We'll be set for life. Part of the inner circle.
Well, amen to that, partner. I like it. And so will the fraternity, the club, the word. Our dear friends with many names. The way I see it, it was a lone nut job. A junkie out of his mind on some fancy new designer drug.
Open and shut case. All we gotta do now is dump the evidence from room 108 in the usual place in the alley.
Band of Brothers is 1 season? Really? I thought that show was on for a while. Okay, well, I missed something in room 101. Super not meaning to miss any of these pick-upables. Ah. I am not remembering what television series Chap said that he watched. 7 seasons. It's not Supernatural, because Supernatural... Well, I mean, you could watch 7 seasons of Supernatural, but I don't feel like that's in the spirit of the challenge. Because that went way more than 7 seasons. Elementary! There we go. You did mention that. We were talking about it. Like, last episode of this, I think.
The prop room had been changed from room 104 to room 225.
Okay, I feel like we knew that already. Room 225. Yeah, we've been through there many times. And we've been to room 104 many times, so I feel like we just change. So I haven't seen the final scene in anything other than pre-show ritual, so let's go through it in order. I want to look at it in Haunted. Okay, different level of obstruction. And then otherwise not really available to us. Okay. Let's change it to Devil. Oops. Well, Devil's open. All right, let's explore it a little bit under Devil. Do not disturb. So it only goes this far. I wonder, so what happens if right here I change it back to Haunted? Because now I'm on the other side of the obstruction, right? No, it moves you back. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so now we'll go to Climax. Pirate Percy's gonna go pick Pumpkin, who shall return later. Pirate Percy's, have a great time. I hope you find an awesome pumpkin that will be a lot of fun to carve. Okay. I saw a record. I feel like it was meant to communicate that it's in the water somewhere. I think the most surprising thing in this episode so far is that Band of Brothers was one season. I really thought that was on for a long time. People talked about it so much. I mean, not to say that a single season show can't be good. I just really felt like that was a running thing. Lost in the shore between the forest and the ocean, the on land, the deer, re-elected in motion in his room, he will... Oh, it's... Lost in the shore between the forest and the ocean, the owl and the deer, reflected in motion in his room, he will hurt her in hers. He is caught, his story ends, her story does not. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. Okay, well, we've looked at this already. No, I can't try to change the scene right now. I'm not in the scene. I don't know. You should be able to just open the door. If I can just open the door, I'm gonna... You can just open the door. I have to continue playing the game. Do you guys remember that Far Side cartoon of the door to the gifted school? It's a push and not a pull. Pirate Percy says, so Pirate Percy's being very kind. He's saying it's nobody's first thought, trust me. But Pirate Percy's, no one else had to Google this. You and I were sitting here for the last 10 minutes trying to figure out the cunning puzzle of turn the knob. I'm the only person in the whole game that got caught on this. What the hell? Oh, and now it doesn't even have the thing. You guys, look, once you open the door, it doesn't even highlight the text anymore. Okay, well, we're gonna move on. I'm trying to find some way to not make this my fault. Can I just ask in chat, quick poll, did anybody else have the thought, can you just like walk up slightly closer to the door and open it? I don't...
This was the murder site. There was a record at the bottom of the bathtub, beneath the body. Somehow it was important.
Right. Why was there a riddle on the door? Why is that the red herring? Okay, it's fine.
Another step. Somehow I was closer to home. Closer than ever before. It's you again. The FBI agent. Saga Anderson. I'm closer now. I can feel it. You helped me get closer to escaping.
Wake? Are I still trapped? I have the clicker. We can...
You know about the clicker? It can help us. I destroyed the dark presence with it last time. You can help. You can find it. You must find it.
I can get it to you. I have to understand. Did you write the story?
Alice is in danger. I have to stop Scratch. I have to find Return. I need to get back to my apartment. I'm writing a story to get through. Initiation. It's the only way.
The story. You can do that. You can write out...
It lasted only for a moment, like two planets passing in orbit. Saga Anderson was helping me go deeper, closer to escape, somehow. I had to trust her. Parliament Tower. I had to get back to my apartment, my study. I had to find the manuscript of Return.
Well, we got there. It didn't get stuck until the very, very, very end. So if I can just share, if you guys ever watch the Little Nightmares 2 playthrough, there was another example of that. I brought this up from time to time of just like, I got completely stumped on the easiest, like the most normal, natural, regular solution that you would think of, and I couldn't progress, and I had to look it up, and when I realized what it was, I was like, are you kidding? Like the most obvious thing in the world. And then when Mia played Little Nightmares 2, she passed that sequence immediately on the first try. Like absolutely didn't even think about it. I got so stuck there. And like, if you guys remember, earlier I was like, this is not an auto search in Google. This is not something that anybody has looked up, which means that I'm probably like missing the most obvious thing in the world. And even then, Fox, Asperby, Solid Chrome Hickey, it just never occurred to me to like just go a step further. touch the knob with your hand. I fucking hate that. I forgot to turn it off, you guys. We'll fix it. All right. Do not disturb. That will not happen again. All right, so now we go. Thank you all very, very much for your patience. And if you watch in the VOD, I hope that you felt comfortable just skipping forward until I was in the bathroom. Okay, I think we just leave, right? Yeah, just exit the hotel. I'm gonna have to look back in the VOD and see if, like, the dot for the knob was there at all times.
Parliament Tower was here. Again, Zane said the manuscript of return was the key to escaping. I had to get it before Scratch did.
So this does feel like the end of that section, and similar to what we would have done with Saga. Like now we would switch back to Saga. So I think that what I'm going to do is, yeah, let's save it right here. Right here. Yeah, let's call it for this section. This was a good time with Alan Wake. I really do enjoy the combat. I regret that I'm not better at it. Sometimes those guys come up and they swing once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and I'll dodge like the first couple, and I show you like I'm trying to do the multi-dodge, if that's even a thing, and just not getting it. Like they just hack me up. And then this was the first episode where I feel like I used the flashbang, and color me surprised that the flashbang in the first game would like dust enemies, like straight out of Buffy. Just they go. And I feel like what I learned in this episode is that will remove the shadow armor from multiples, but then you still have to shoot them. So that's just learning that it functions a little bit differently from what I saw. Maybe it does do damage, but there we go. So we'll call it here. We're going to go find somebody fun to raid, and based on what Patikin said, hopefully it will be Mia. Thank you guys very much for joining me for this episode of Alan Wake 2, and with a little bit of luck, we'll see you guys again on Thursday. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.